Some vice presidents tend to generate controversy while in office. Some do so as they're running for the job, and some manage to do both. Former U.S. Representative and Senator of Kentucky, Richard Mentor Johnson is in the latter category. After failing to win the vice presidential nomination 4 years earlier, Johnson would run for the position again in 1836 but was met with cynicism over his marriage to a slave named Julie Chin and claims about him killing the Shawnee Indian chief Tecumseh during the War of 1812. With the support of Andrew Jackson and others, Johnson became Martin Van Buren's running mate. By the time Election Day concluded, Van Buren did indeed win the election, but did so without 4 southern states, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and Johnson's home state of Kentucky. Even worse, Johnson failed to win enough votes to win the vice presidency, which led to the first and only time the Senate had to choose who would be the VP. Thanks to the Democrats having more control in the Senate, Johnson became the new vice president. But if you're expecting things to go even more downhill for Johnson while being the VP, well, prepare to be impressed. When the U.S. economy crashed thanks to the Panic of 1837, Johnson left for almost a year to recuperate his finances by opening a spa and tavern, which went about as well as you could imagine when word of this was made known to many Democrats. He also got someone appointed to a position as a way to pay off a debt he owed. Plus, he rarely appeared in the Senate to cast a tie-breaking vote and even refused to support some abolitionist legislation due to the fact he still owned slaves. The Democrats refused to support Johnson as the running mate by 1840, and thus was dropped from the ticket despite Van Buren's hesitation and Johnson's own ill-conceived efforts to keep his job. Afterwards, he failed to win political offices from 1842 to 1848, until he became representative again in 1850, but he died a few weeks later from a stroke at the age of 70.